Hey guys, so I wasn't expecting to make this video today, kind of like when the storm originally happened at our house and that tree fell. Um, the housing authority that our backyard borders at my dad's house are taking the trees down today, and we're left with like no notice or warning, which like we knew was gonna be happening, but they never said when, and it's happening today. So today is August 12th. And I literally just woke up, kind of late, but it's like 9 o'clock, and they're taking the trees down. So, remember, this is the tree that fell down originally, and you can see they never did anything with the stump, but whatever, it's probably just to keep the cost down. There's 1, 2, 3 other pine trees, and you can see they're working on it right now. I'm sure you could see the crane right there. They just started, so there was like one branch that I saw over on the other side of the street over there, and I think that's where they have the place where they can, like, grind it up and everything. But anyways, they're just starting. Over here, inside, I tried to set up a camera really quick, and it's hard because it's like, the light is coming right in, so I don't know how much of a glare there's gonna be, but I'll see how much I can show you, like, a time lapse of it. But yeah, this is interesting. I really wasn't expecting all this. So I'm not sure if how long it's gonna take. I'm sure they'll be done like today. Probably it'll probably take a decent amount of time because there's a lot to take down. But I will show you guys what the yard looks like afterwards. But why don't I actually point out one more thing while I'm still here and while the trees are still up. So besides all the glares and everything, you can kind of see outside what this area looks like. So in the morning, it's like around 9 o'clock. You can see how there's a bunch of shade in the backyard. A lot of our backyard gets shaded by these trees for the morning hours. And like, that's why we planted the garden over there, because they don't really get shade. But none of that's gonna be shade then in the morning, and we're really only gonna get some afternoon shade. So you can see how big the canopy of these trees are. And I don't know what branch they're working on now, but they're doing something. So the other thing that'll be interesting too is that we have the garden here and everything. So we'll see how good of a job they can do without getting any of it in the garden and everything. But obviously it can't be perfect. It looks like there's some stuff that's falling now, but that's okay. Whoa, they're taking out that whole branch. Whoa, I didn't see that before. Oh my God, I know that the sun's right behind it, but look at this. So I guess they picked that up with the crane. That was a decent portion of the tree, actually, that they just took down. So it seems like what they're doing is they're bringing the branches and that type of stuff down over to this area behind where the tree is, because there's like a grassy area, and that's where they'll probably break it up into a bunch of pieces, and then they can grind it all up. So I'm outside near my car right now, and you can just see the guy up there? Wow. So I'll keep recording what I can, but this might take a little time. Okay, so I guess they're done, and I think there was a little miscommunication when we heard about what was happening with the trees. So, as you can see, this tree is still there. I thought they were going to be taking that pine tree down too for some reason, but when you really look at it in the grand scheme of things, and actually let me zoom out for you, it's not that tall. Like, if it were to fall or anything like that, it really doesn't pose any or much damage to the house. The other trees were like this tall, like crazy, maybe even taller than that. So they definitely were dangerous to have around the houses, so that's why they took them down. But they left that tree, which I'm happy about, because now we still have some privacy. But I can already tell, like, it's a lot brighter in the backyard just in general. and they did a really, really good job with cleaning stuff up and not doing any damage to anything else. Like the garden is still fully intact. There was some small branches and stuff like that that obviously fell. That was pretty much out of their control. But they did a really good job. I came up and helped them clean up a little bit after that and just threw stuff on the other side of the fence. But let's look at these trunks over here, or stumps, I should really say. So this is the big one. It's not the easiest to see, and I don't think my camera's really focusing, but it's got a lot of rings to it. So I kind of want to see, like, I want to like clean it off and see how many years this tree possibly could have had on it. So they cut this one down, and then they also cut this one down right next to it. This one was a little bit smaller, but still pretty big. Now there's these like bushes too, that are over here, but we'll cut those down too so we can make it nice and clean. I'm happy they cut those stumps nice and low though, because and I'll walk over here, when they cut down this other tree over here, they just cut it right to the fence line for some reason. I don't really know why they did it. I mean, I know that they had to like clean up the tree and everything, but it's still like 3-4 feet tall, so I don't know. But yeah, you could see the angle from over here what those two trees look like. So obviously it's sad, but it's better off that those trees are taken care of. And I'm happy that this pine tree is still here, because it does look good. It's nice to have some privacy still. We might still have like a couple branches cut or that type of thing, whatever we can do, but it's definitely just better off. And now if you see our view, and this actually is the machine that it has like the thing that comes up the arm. I can't think of what it's called, but anyways. But yeah, this is our view now instead of what it was before. So I think the only, like, I'm trying to see this as like a positive in the sense of our backyard is going to have a lot more sun now, and it'll give us more opportunities to do more like part shade stuff versus full shade stuff. Like the shadiest area of the yard is only going to be right in this area over here, but all of this is going to be a lot more sun, and I'm hoping that those arborvitaes over there can get more sun. So that's pretty much it. It was unexpected because I didn't know they were coming this morning, but it's 10:53 now, so it took them less than 2 hours, which is really quick. And actually, wait a minute. I want to show you guys something, because they left all the logs over there. This is cool. So I just noticed over here, look at this. They left all of the big logs here, and they'll probably come back at some point so they can do whatever they need to do. But here's the tree. I mean, these logs are huge. So just to put this into perspective, this is the size of my hand, and you can see it as compared to the tree. So another thing to keep in mind is that in this area where I live, a lot of the woods over here used to not even exist like 200 years ago. A lot of Rhode Island and New England was just farmland. Like there was like barely any woods, anything like that. And in the last couple hundred years, as there's been less farms and everything, they've let things grow into regular woods. So a lot of the trees around here are really not that old. So that's pretty old for a tree around here, especially for a pine tree. I know like when I went out west, there was a lot of really, really big trees with big trunks, but this is pretty impressive for around here. So that's pretty much all I have for you in this video. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to put them in the comment section down below. And besides that, I will see you guys in the next video.